All right, let's focus on the trends that we're picking up from mutual fund industry. It's Tuesday, so get a quick view on what's on some certain important funds from a big fund house. Mahesh Patil, who's co-CIO Birla Sun Life, joins in to talk about the Birla Sun Life 95 fund. Mahesh, good to have you on the show. Now, given the nature of this fund, and I must tell our viewers, on a relative basis, the returns for the fund have been very impressive. Year-to-date, 3-month, 6-month returns. The fund is a hybrid fund, so you have exposure to debt as well as equity. What kind of interest have you seen in this fund over the last 3 months? Because there has been a growing interest, and that's reflected in the flows that we've seen for debt funds especially. So this is a hybrid variety. What's been the interest like?
Yeah, so the balance category, we have seen some decent interest in inflows in the last 2-3 months, more so after the budget, okay, where there has been taxation on debt funds, okay, with a 3-year period. So balance fund offered a good opportunity for investors to really participate partly into debt, which is around 30%, and equity, and get the same benefits as equity taxation. And also more so recently with buoyancy in the equity markets, and also some expectation of a rate cut on the debt side, I think this category has generated a lot of interest in terms of getting better risk-adjusted returns. So we have seen steady inflows in the last 2-3 months.
But what about the debt equity ratio as part of this fund? What is it that you maintain at a given point in time?
So in this fund, this is classified as an equity fund. So at any point in time, we need to maintain at least 65% in equities. Typically, our equity exposure in the fund varies from around 65 to 75% in that range. And recently, in the last couple of quarters, we have been maintaining the exposure closer to 75%, mainly because our bullish view on equities, and the balance 25% debt is managed slightly actively, and currently with a view on interest rate cuts, we are maintaining a duration of around 6 years on the debt side.
What's the expectation from the yield on the G-Secs, Mahesh, going ahead?
So I think the bond yields will follow in terms of how the inflation trajectory is, and our view on inflation is that we will be pretty much well below the RBI target rate for this fiscal year. In fact, by middle of next year, we should be even well below around 6%, which is the target for March 16. So given that, we expect interest rates to correct bond yields to probably fall further, and I think the differential between the expected inflation rate and the bond yields normally should be around 150 basis points. So given that logic, I think when we are expecting further kind of a 75 basis point correction on the bond yields over the next 1 year or so, and accordingly we have positioned the portfolio, increase our exposure to government securities, and hope to benefit from that whenever there is a rate cut.
And what sectors are you overweight or underweight on as part of the fund?
In this fund, we really focus more on bottom-up stock ideas, stocks which we look at from a 2 to 3 year perspective, companies where we see good business models, sustainable earnings, and good cash flows. That's been the premise for identifying stocks in the fund. But overall, from a top-down perspective, we are positive, or rather overweight, on sectors like auto ancillaries, capital goods, select capital goods stocks, banks, especially private sector banks. These are some of the overweight sectors. So essentially, if you look at it, it's more of a kind of a pro-cyclical stance in the fund.
What is the average holding period for any entity, whether it's an issued credit paper or equity stock? What have you added or liquefied book profits in the last few months?
Yeah, so on the debt side, the average duration in the fund we have increased in the last 3 months, again in line with a view that you should see a correction in the interest rates. So we have increased exposure to government securities, especially with 10-year bonds, and that's where we have added on the debt side. On the equity side, we've kind of maintained our exposure at around 73 to 75% in that range, and there again, I think in the last 6 months we have been increasing exposure on the mid cap side, trying to look at stocks where there is mispricing, and that exposure increase in the mid cap exposure in the last 6 months has helped us because we've seen a decent outperformance in the mid cap space.
Okay, Mahesh, we leave it at that. Thanks so much for taking the time out and joining us today. Well, from funds to politics, as the winter session progresses, the government is pushing forward